Okay, hello everybody. I've been getting a lot of questions recently about what shoes I wear and some shoes I recommend, so I thought I'd talk a little bit about what shoes I've been wearing, what shoes work for me. So let's get into it. The main shoe that I wear will be the Nike Air Deldon ones. I've had this shoe for about 6 months now. Some things I like about the shoe is that they are super comfortable. Just all the material around it just really hugs your foot and holds your foot in well. It really forms to your foot. Another thing I like about the shoe is just how comfortable the tongue is. I love to tie my shoes down really tight and feel like it's not going anywhere. So having a super cushiony and comfortable tongue really helps me be able to cinch it down really tightly. Another thing I like about the shoe is the full length strobel. Jumping and landing is something I do all the time, so having a good cushion system is very important to me. Nike strobel that they have in the Deldon ones is absolutely incredible. Whenever I'm jumping or landing, I've never had any pains in this shoe, and that is something that's super important to me. You also have a zoom unit right in the forefoot over here. You can really feel it right under the ball of your foot. Again, I've had these for about 6 months, so they have been wearing down just a little bit, but that's to be said with any other shoe. Traction on the shoe, I give 2 thumbs up. It is squeaky and I've never really had any issues with it. The rubber is soft on the actual traction pattern. However, it is encased in this harder kind of rubber on the outside. So the shoe is squeaky, however you don't always get those super hard squeaks, but squeak doesn't mean everything. So the shoe isn't the heaviest, but it's also not the lightest shoe, which I personally like. Size 9, I think it's around 375 grams. So again, not the lightest shoe, not the heaviest shoe, but perfect for me. The shoe is kind of narrow, so if you are normal or narrow footed, I would say go true to size on these. However, if you are kind of a wide footer, I do recommend going half a size up, just to have a little more wiggle room in the toe box area. A little pro and con that I like and kind of dislike about the shoe is just how flexible it is. The shoe is very flexible and very malleable. When playing in the shoe, jumping, landing, and doing super hard cuts, your foot is free to move however and whatever way it wants to move. So that could be a good thing. It could also be a bad thing if you are prone to injury, ankle injury, foot injuries, anything of that sort. Just because the shoe is very flexible, very malleable, any bad landing or any hard cut, any landing on someone's shoe by accident, it could possibly lead to an injury. So if you are injury prone, I suggest you keep that in mind before picking up the shoe. Other than that, this is my go-to shoe. Again, I've had this for about 6 months and I absolutely love it. Nike Air Deldon 1. Okay, some honorable mentions for all my setters and all my liberos out there. I have the Nike Kyrie 3s. This shoe I actually started playing basketball in, and I've never had any issue playing basketball in it. Some things I like about the shoe is just how low to the ground it is. The court feel on this shoe is amazing. I just think about moving and there's no delay because of how low I am to the ground. Yeah, the court feel is amazing. The traction on these shoes, brand new, is pretty incredible. There's a zoom unit in the heel, however there's no zoom across the entire shoe or any cushioning for that matter. Some things I don't like about the shoe, because it has no cushioning, I would not consider this a jumper shoe. I've played volleyball in these, I've done a lot of hard jumping, hard landings, and I do play in them occasionally. Every time I do play in this shoe, it is just so uncomfortable after playing. There's just no cushioning and you can really feel it in your ankles and your knees. So if you're a high jumper like myself, I do not recommend this shoe for you. However, liberos, setters, people who are not always max jumping, highly recommend these shoes. Last honorable mention, last but not least, we have the fan favorite, the Kobe 9 Elites. Some things I like about the shoe is that the traction is literally the best traction I've ever tried. One of the squeakiest shoes I've ever worn. Other things I like is that the ankle support is very good actually. As you can see, there is a lot of material there. Just hugs your ankle really well. Just gives me the confidence to play and not worry about bad landings or anything of that sort. I have fractured my ankle one day. After recovery, I did start to play back in these shoes. I was worried about my ankle. Again, having that confidence, the whole part surrounding your ankle is just amazing. Jumping and landing in the shoe is also very comfortable. I would consider this a pretty good jumper shoe. Some things I don't like about the shoe is just how heavy it is. That is most likely because of this whole ankle support. It is not the heaviest shoe. I think I've just been playing in really light shoes, so maybe that's why I think this is heavy. Other than that, that is the Kobe 9 Elite. So I guess that concludes my little run through about my shoes and what shoes I wear, shoes I recommend. This is coming from more of a volleyball standpoint. However, volleyball and basketball do share a lot of the same movements. So for either sport, I would recommend any of these three. If any shoe brand wants to sponsor me, you can sponsor your boy, and I would gladly review your shoes. Thank you.